Hello, welcome back to Hey Miss Kelda. This is Kelda Lang Poinot, author and educator. As we continue through our questions, how long should it take to homeschool each day? That depends on your family. That depends on the ages and grades of your children. It also depends on the kinds of curriculum that you choose. If you have a very teacher led curriculum, then of course you're going to spend a lot more time doing that with your students. But if you have some that are a little more independent or student led, then it's going to take that time away from you actually being hands on schooling so that your students can work independently while you work with younger ones if you have multiple children in your household. These recommendations that I'm going to make as far as timings only include the core subjects. So, math, English language arts, and science and social studies. I am not talking about independent reading or maybe family read alouds. I'm not including any extracurriculars or sports. I'm not including hobbies. I'm not including musical instruments. I'm not including anything else but the core subjects because your days are going to be filled with other things, not just academics. For K first grade, I recommend about 15 minutes per subject, but no more than an hour max. That means you might spend 10 minutes on handwriting. You might spend 15 minutes on a phonics page each day. So be mindful that you're going to be working through a curriculum, but that it shouldn't consume all of your time, especially in the primary grades, those K through third grades. It's really important that we have short lessons and that we have consistency with our lessons so that they know each day what to expect and in the routine and that they have time to kind of process that information. Their attention spans, especially in the primary grades, are just not long enough to sustain a very long lesson at a time. And if you have really active children, then those children need to have short lessons and physical activity. So to go from really small, isolated, focused to larger body movement kinds of activities and then come back to the lesson. I'm not saying that you should do it between every single lesson, but that there should be some movement and involvement in there so that they can come back and focus. It wasn't unheard of even into the middle school grades and even into fourth and fifth grades. If we had had really, some stringent math and some stringent, language lessons, and then for them to go jump on the trampoline for a little while or go outside and play with the dog for a few minutes or do some other kind of activity that used their bodies so that they could come back in and then focus for a few minutes. And I'm not talking long breaks. I'm just saying run outside to be active, come back in, let's get focused. In the middle school grades, those sixth through eighth grades, ninth through 12th grades, you're going to extend your time and they're going to be able to focus longer. They're going to be able to process information differently as they mature, especially on that cusp of eighth, ninth, 10th grades. You're going to see a drastic difference in their development and in their brain's ability to take in information. So, really, again, if they're reading independently, if they're reading novels, if they're reading other things, then let that be different from the time that they actually spend with lessons each day with their book work. If you would like to check out more, Homeschooling 101 and Homeschooling through High School are on patreon.com/Kelda There are two workshops available for you. Then you can reach out to me on Facebook, email, and all of my published works are on Amazon.com.